This bloke has dropped all the strands on the floor. We're also supposed to put them. Braid them in my hair.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. It's AMF Contractors again, back at it with another one. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, you. I'm talking to you right there, you lovely person.
Today's Tuesday. Yesterday we didn't do any recording because we just didn't have enough time to record. We had so many little things to do. The main jobs that we did yesterday were, one was to install an extractor fan for a rented property for uni students. We had to put an extractor fan in because in the living room because they were getting mold every time they were drying their clothes. We also went and done some fault finding. This fault finding was so horrific. The students were complaining that every time we touched the front of the light switch, the chrome light switches, it would vibrate and stuff like that, and they would feel a bit odd. The earth wire had been removed from the consuming unit. Some live cables in the back garden, they were squashed together, so the tips were touching. So we ended up putting a light on that just to make it safe. Then re-earthed it. We found out where the fault was. One of the other faults was one of the lights were not turning on. They had a vibration on the front, but the light wasn't turning on. Whoever put the feed in, the common, into the light switch, they hadn't tightened it. They hadn't even attempted to tighten it. They hadn't even attempted to screw it in. It was just sitting there. We fixed all of that, made it safe, customers happy, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, and here we are now. It's Tuesday afternoon. We started a bit late because we didn't want to get involved in any early morning traffic. So what Hamza's doing now is, I don't know if you guys remember from last time, there was one board left. Behind this little false wall, that's right here, you can probably see right at the back there, there was a leak in here, there was mold growing all over it. So we had to put this one off. They wanted to skim this room first. So what we're going to do is get Hamza to install and second fix this board. This will be his board to do. I'm going to be standing over him and watching him and teaching him, sharing any tips and tricks. The idea is to get it done right, correct, make sure everything's tight, everything's in the right place, there's no holes. He's using a armor slice at the moment. Generally, he wouldn't be using that, he'd be using a hacksaw. Junior hacksaw or a normal hacksaw, whatever. Downstairs, when we do all the other armors, or putting them all in the rifle board and everything, we'll be using a junior hacksaw or a hacksaw. I prefer to use a normal hacksaw. What are you doing now?
Now just, so I got the first bit of sheathing off. Now these hockey sticks is what we don't want.
Yeah, good.
From previous experience I mentioned. So yeah, just taking these strands off. Ideally, the best thing you want to do is going up and down motion, and that's it. It should fall right off, effortless. If you're struggling, it means you're doing something wrong. All right, that's when you stop, get someone with expertise, and just have a bit of a word with them. Say, listen, you're a shit teacher. So what you want to do is get a few strands at a time for demonstration purposes. What you want to do is you want to. All right, as you can see, that is.
No. So what you're doing wrong is you've cut it. I've seen that you can cut it. You've cut it quite deep in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no issue. What you're doing wrong is you're trying to yank it out.
Yeah.
Just hold it there like that. Just go back and forth like this. That's it. All right. And that's why you've got a hockey stick over here. We'll work around that. But what you need to do is not try to. You're not. It's all cut through. Really nice. It's gone halfway through.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
Now, you don't go with one at a time. Grab three.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go and do three at a time.
Grab a midway length, and that's it. You just wanna let.
Yeah, and then that's it. It falls off.
The strands do the work, as such.
Careful.
Right. So. There you go.
That's
See,
it.
simple as.
Yeah, try to play around with it, and like that. Look, very simple. That's it. Straight away it came off. Grab three, no more than that, and don't pull it. Whatever you do, just go back and forth. That's it, and that will fall off like nothing. That's it.
Right. So once you made your guideline, that's when you put a bit more pressure, a bit more persuasion, and just work your way around it. Try keep as straight as possible.
You are forgetting something though. I have showed you this. Don't you want to put your gland on first? It's not very.
Now, because I got alter ego,
yeah,
I want to come in and say, yes, I knew that. I was just making my guideline. So this is the point where I ask, where's the gland?
Your shroud. Anyway, these lights, this DeWalt light here, that is the game changer. And as you can see, I've got my Yorkshire tea in here, the tea bag flavour, the tea and biscuit flavour. And give it a try. I ain't sponsored though. Putting a shroud on, yeah?
Yeah. So this is just a rough guideline to know where you're going to mark up to cut it, because you got to remember this has to insert in, all right, and it has to fit around the outer sheathing here.
Yeah? Slide it and push it all the way up. Get it out of the way. Right.
All right, here's your daddy. This is the point where a lot of profanity comes out, rightfully so. Right.
Push that into the shroud. That gland. It'll sit in there, it won't go anywhere. That's it. Right. Go on. Let's go.
Right, guys, when you cut away from you in anything,
There you go. Piece of piss. Yeah? Now put the knife away. You hold the right one in your hand, you don't move that one, yeah?
yeah.
You're tightening towards you, coming with your left hand. Done this now, he's at this stage now. 4 years later. Brought the cables in for the back. He's gonna seal that up later. Got the armoured on, he's brought it through here. He's left extra. He was going very close to try and cut it right back against the edge, but yeah, he came closer, which is good. Right, now he's gonna put these away first. Then we'll mark these up one by one. Okay, so Hamza is at this point now. He's got the earth in at the top, and now he needs to, I've made him strip them all back. Told him what I do, so I've got it marked up over here, and then not overly wrapping it like he's done over here. Just a slight bit of a wrap around. And now he's able to sleeve them all up, cut them down to size, sleeve them all up, and put them in. So he knows that's number one, that will go in number one, that should be what, not, it's 8, so that will go in number 8, and so on and so forth. Hamza is at this stage now, he's got all the CPCs, earth is what we're going to call it, he's got them all put away. Now he's just working on putting all the neutrals away for the RCBOs. It doesn't look too bad, if I'm honest, it looks kind of neat. And then you'll neaten it up at the end. But like I said, his goal is not about having it neat, it's about doing it right and putting things in the right places. Hamza, how are you finding it?
Excellent.
Alright.
I actually like this stuff.
Yeah?
I find it really satisfying, but it's also good when you're understanding from this end what does what and why.
Once it's done now, I think I'll call you guys back and show you what Hamza's up to and how it's gone.
Always there when you call. Always there when you... What? Huh? What was that?
What the fuck's wrong with that guy? He's coming along really nicely. Just neatening everything up. He's going to get the RCBOs done and that's it. It should be done. We're going to tighten it up right at the end. We're going to torque tighten it. And that's it. We're done. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first board he's ever done. He's done a really, really good job. Is there a few things I could give him feedback on? Probably, but I'm not going to sit here and nitpick. And that's it. I think he's done a really good job. Well done, Hamza. So, young man.
Stop now.
How'd you find that? No, that's alright. It's good lighting.
Is it?
Yeah. Go on, give us some feedback. How'd you find it?
Yeah, it was wicked, man. It was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. You gave me good advice, so I just tried to follow that as much as I could. And yeah, just keeping slack, making sure the cables work for me. I'm not like fighting the cables.
Yeah.
I did at one point with the, what was it? That 10mm. Yeah, that was a bit of a bastard. But yeah, other than that, it's great. I enjoyed it. I like being all neat and tidy. I try to like make it look all fancy. I know it's whatever, no one's going to see it, but just for my own sake anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just put my music in, jamming along, just getting it done, man. That's it.
I don't think I could have done it any better given what we've got. So, yeah, I think you've done a really good job.